Today we are going to be speedrunning Ratchet Gladlocked Any. So first, we need to set up our save files. We always have to set up files. And then we're just going to get straight into an 80% run.
You will need to double jump to reach that ledge.
Hopefully, the game audio me out.
Good, Ratchet. There should be a teleporter nearby that will take you to the next stage of the qualification course.
Okay. Wait, let's go. Okay, this should be better.
Ratchet, you can expand your map at any time to get a better view of the area.
Yeah, okay, that's much better.
There should be a teleporter nearby that will take you to
Probably
the
give
next
it a
stage
little
of the
bit more me.
qualification course.
A little bit less gain. And we should be good to go pretty much. Option A. Save as well. Let's get ready to start. Okay. There we are. 3. Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, load the game. We set up Clankless, so you can just start going straight away. Kill that guy. Kill that guy. Yeah. Kill that guy. Hit the teleporter. Boom. We teleport. Skip cutscene. Switch to shotgun.
I have figured out a way to get information to you without Vox knowing. Pay attention to secret messages at the bottom of your screen. At the top of your screen is the experience bar.
Kill these guys.
Destroy enemies, you gain experience. When the bar is full, you will gain a level. Hold triangle and use the left analog stick or the right analog stick.
All of those. End of that section.
Congratulations,
Pause champ for the win. Run backwards. Use teleport.
There should be a teleporter nearby.
Yep.
Ratchet, you should
Decide it's not worth living anymore.
have marked his location on
Nah, secret fan. We did a walk
show you.
faster than walking here. We run in. Skip the best cutscene in the game. Jump off the LAG again. Boop. The combat bots will say the same line. They say literally every time. Run over. By Clank. By Clank. All the Clank we see. Okay, I lied. We see a couple more frames of Clank later in the game. Fly to Battle Dome. Skip that cutscene. Skip that cutscene. And all the enemies. Who cares? We don't need to fight enemies. What is that? Combat-based video game. Which are camera controls. Whinge that I need to learn how to do that properly still, because I use the wrong grip. And we have the controls back the way they should be. with lock strafe, the way this game is meant to be played. Jump. Basic platforming, my worst enemy. Jump, 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 jump. We shoot some more guys. More guys. Jump in the lava. Boop. We walk to here, right to the end of the level. It's very interesting what happens. You know, whatever. Blow up this turret. Call it a day. Challenge complete. GG. Guys, skip cutscene. Challenges menu. Big sleep. Skip the cutscene. Kill these guys. Then a dropship will come in. Kill the dropship. These guys will... You know, another dropship will come in. Kill the dropship. Try about ammo drops. Kill these guys that spawn behind us. Another dropship will come in. Hello, thank you for the good luck. It has been, I don't know, like a week since I played this game, so I am probably not playing very well. These guys flying in. Blah. Where's the guy? This combat is so suboptimal. Oh, well.
Defeating enemies automatically upgrades your dreadnought weaponry and improves your maximum nanotech level.
I think I just have to... Level up. Watch the level up.
Fox has designed his weapons to gain experience as you use them, which allows them to be
There we go. Wait. Launch another challenge because it's optimal. Go menu. Catacomb 4, split. Go, huh. Kerrigan's personal best, please. Not average. I mean, I'm on PB pace. But I doubt I'll PB today. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever PB again. I simply don't practice enough. We get unstoppable. That's good to see. You don't always get that here. Jump. 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 There we go. I dare ya. Nice. Cool. Now we're gonna run over to the Landstalker. Now I've been messing about with my audio settings again because I'm a perpetual messer about of settings. So if things sound off, please tell me. If you're looking at my webcam and my mouth is moving, but you do not hear any audio, definitely tell me. So I guess you'd have to like read my lips to see that. Anyway, we're gonna stack across this. We're gonna again whinge that Ben doesn't hyperstack properly. We're going to dual viper that thing. Dual viper? Nope. Okay, we're not gonna dual viper that one. Sure. Fine. Whatever. Bang, bang, bang. Ah, come on. Alright.
You know, sometimes I think I should have taken that job on Annihilation Nation. They've got a great dental plan.
Annihilation Nation. Good dental plan. I wouldn't know. Anyway, Landstalker time. I'm rubbish at the Landstalker, but okay. Come on, Laser Orbs.
Team Darkstar is breaking this place apart. Ratchet is on a rampage with the Landstalker. Oh, I can't imagine the damage Bill Red Zone is gonna get for this. You know, sometimes I think I should have taken that job on another.
Yes, I saw that picture on Dill's Discord. I was like, I wish my tech stuff fit into a cardboard box.
We are loving this.
Instead, it's just spread out randomly behind me. And this isn't even all of it, right? Like, I have a bunch of stuff at the other end of the house. You know, all of my games don't actually live in here. I have too many games. as always, I desperately need to clean my office. It's a bit of a mess. It's still covered in like PC building parts. Like, there's a pile of boxes down there.
Could have taken that job on Annihilation Nation. They've got a great devil plan.
There's general crap all over that. Yeah. I'm just not playing well today.
Excellent work, Ratchet. I must admit.
Yeah, right.
Well done, Ratchet. You
I have a big box for all of that.
This is a Dread Zone favorite.
Like, there's just a big box that has basically every cable I've ever bought in it that isn't broken. Right? Throw away your broken cables, but every other cable, worth keeping. Worth keeping. Because you never know. And on, like, 2 occasions, I've needed something that I otherwise would have thrown out. Being like, I'll never need this. And that's enough to, like, justify my hoarding. You know? Yeah, almost out of ammo. That's a problem. Man, USB-C is great. I love USB-C. There are many, many worse cable specs. The bots got stuck. GG bots. And we're going.
Your status on challenges can be completed in any.
Oh no, these are my PB splits. And I remember my PB splits are absolute trash. And then I get like West Gen first try. Save like a minute.
Ratchet, there is a combat arena up ahead. That is your first objective. Be careful. The outside is heavily guarded.
Okay. Yeah. Ah, crap.
Your bots accumulate attack power.
Well, they got the door open. Now, let's find out what's waiting for them on the other side.
Kill these swarmers, shoot the dropship twice. Boom, boom. Try.
Oh, goody, the swamp is up next.
Yeah, it probably is, right? Like, I can't remember when I last saw you live.
Wow, that was a close one. One false move and those alien suckers will be eating your head for lunch.
2, 3, 4.
My mother used to serve Lomax bread for breakfast with eggs and salsa. Uy, bueno.
Yikes. Remind me never to eat at your house.
Hello, Dan. How are you? Cool. That's good. I have been practicing for ASM submissions the last like week or so. I haven't been playing any Deadlock. No, I cannot hear you. Interesting. When I next change planets, I will fix that. I think I know what the problem is. It'll be because Discord, like, has the wrong audio output, right? Like, I assume that you can hear me through the Discord. Yeah. Right. I think I went like 2 or 3 weeks between streaming this game once. Right. Twitch, I've been messing about with my Twitch settings to improve my audio experience. Yeah. In a good pace. Let's just grab 3 of these.
We are now in the final moments before the epic showdown with the King Leviathan. Team Darkstar must hack all
Windows,
doors
fuck.
to wake up that big fella. Happy hunting.
Sorry, 1 second, Dan.
I am breathless with anticipation.
Sure you're not just breathless because you get to sit up here next to me?
No, but that does explain why I'm feeling nauseous.
Did you see that? That guy just like flew up into the air a little bit. There we go. Managed to get... Okay. Go. Yeah, okay, I see.
Ratchet, if you want to gain more
Come on,
experience,
Fever.
Dread Zone has unleashed an angry pack of Leviathans for Team Darkstar to battle. They'll have to destroy them all before time runs out.
Okay, that's what that should be.
I will shave this gorgeous head of hair.
Okay, so now I should sound better to you,
Really attached
hopefully.
Excuse me, Miss Smarty Pants. This is
And if you give me a second.
now tell me that doesn't feel natural.
nice. It's amazing what they can do with hair plugs these days.
Resolving technical difficulties and going fast. I'm not going to say they're mutually exclusive, but they're pretty exclusive things. Like, I want to hear what Dan has to say, so I'm going to fix it. Only because I want to hear what Dan has to say. Okay, I think I can hear you now, Dan.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. And Discord can probably
I see
hear
that.
you too. Not Discord, Twitch. Aha. Okay, I can now see Twitch again.
Cool.
And I forgot to split. Whoopsies. My splits are all ruined anyway.
Okay, and Twitch audio has me as well, so that's probably
Okay.
fixed and working.
Cool. Aren't I clever being able to resolve my audio issues midstream?
Yep.
But yeah, I keep messing around with these things. That'll be because at some point... Basically, I mine cryptocurrency on this computer. So I hardly ever restart it, obviously. But I do plug things like my microphone and my headphones in and out all the time. And Discord comes up and says, hey, do you want to switch sources? And I say, fuck off.
Right.
And so, obviously, it doesn't switch sources. And then everything ends up broken. Which is what's happened to you. But
At least it's working now.
It's fixed. We're all good. Free. As always, I play this game a whole like once a week, and so it's not really enough practice to actually get any good at the game. You know. As always, I find myself lacking. Like, yeah, I'm on a okay-ish pace right now, but yeah.
It remains to be seen for the rest of the run.
Well, my PB, I remember this, is actually garbage for like most of the run, and it was a completely dead run. But then I like had a 1 minute or like a 1.5 minute gold on West Gen. Right, so like there's lots of slop early in the run, so keeping pace doesn't really matter.
But then you've got to maintain it.
Yeah, yeah. There is very likely that like even if we maintain this pace or remain ahead of pace, that we get to West Gen and we just lose it. Because I think it was like my third slope intercept. Like I got it and I didn't like. It took 3 slope intercepts to get up there, and then I got it first try. Like I didn't fall through the wall, right? Like it was basically an optimal West Gen. And I just don't trust myself to be able to do that consistently, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
And again, I play this game like on a Saturday for you know an hour and a half. I'm going to be stuck being pretty mediocre for a long time. At least I do all this tech now.
Yep.
Like I will improve, but I won't improve at the same rate that like I would if I was doing runs every single day.
Do you hold forward on the analog stick while you hyperstack yet?
No. I need to sit down and practice that.
One day.
It needs to be a concerted effort to change how I hyperstack, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I haven't got the timing on sliding my thumb from square to start.
And I mean, some of those muscle memory things like that are the difficult things to adapt to.
Yeah. I mean, it's the single biggest thing I could do to improve my run. Like,
Probably, yeah.
you know, there's arguments about like, well, like there's things like I can't really start going for East Gen until I learn how to do this. Because I imagine I'm using like 5 extra hyperstacks to get across that gap.
Probably, yeah.
Am I going to succeed in going sufficiently up to land on the elevator today? Let's grab an extra one. There we go. And I managed to not land in front of my mine. Show me. I actually remembered to ping the Rack Discord like stream promotional thing today.
There you go.
Which I don't normally bother to do.
Right. Right, yeah.
Yes.
I think I've got the channel muted. I think I've got most things muted, so I kind of forget it exists.
I have it muted too, but I'll go in there. I follow everyone who posts on stream promotions.
Right.
Because I'm just a homie like that, you know. And when you go live, maybe I'll pop in, right? I'm gonna geeky hyperstack that guy once. In the hopes that this doesn't happen. Oh, the bot's got him.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The timely weapon level up. I think I'm like slightly behind on mine XP. Like I hit the
normal time to hit the level. Those big guys are normally where it hits the threshold.
I got the threshold for the Leviathan. That's big.
And the important thing is you do it somewhere on this mission before the next shell shock fight. But this is about where I normally get it. So
yeah.
Whoever said getting into that cathedral was easy? I did? Well, that was then and this is now, huh? Team Darkstar will have to fight their way through a series of increasingly deadly arenas, but they didn't see that coming.
As you know,
Shellshock didn't get an attack off.
No.
Special in the Obani Moon War. His brain was later replaced with an AI chip taken from a coffee machine. As a result, he
Ugh. That's right, we don't go that way, we go this way. Haha.
But we go this way.
I also know that when I change to like pushing the forward button, things like where I have to start jumping for these change, right? Because I'll be in a different spot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run around today because I'm happy with this run so far.
As an alternate way in.
Yeah.
But yes, I have been doing Girls and Panzer runs every day,
Right.
7:30
You
till
got,
9
like, a
a.m.
PB/world record, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, I took 30 seconds off world record.
Nice.
How did you find out about that? I don't remember telling you that.
You posted it in the Oz Speedruns Discord.
I did post in the Oz Speedruns Discord. I was like pretty happy because I'm getting ready to like. I was de-rusting so I could
Right.
submit, right?
Submission stuff, yeah.
Because submissions are soon-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I need to practice a bit before submissions, and then after submissions, I'll need to practice. So I'm like, well, I might as well just start. I wanted to stream more consistently anyway, so.
Made it inside the Dark Cathedral of Kronos. It's cold.
We are going to miss the lamp
It's scary.
by quite a margin.
Just like my ex-wife.
It's going to go all the way up. My poor thumbs.
Look at Team Darkstar. Folks, because
Grab an extra.
Shellshock is about to plaster them all over these cathedral
There you
walls.
go.
Okay. I mean, it's not over yet. Like, I can still whiff very hard. Like, all it takes is a dropped one of these here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're looking pretty safe.
There we go. We did it.
There we go.
GG. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you for the bad luck on the run.
Did you
Appreciate
know
it.
that Shellshock was recently named the sexiest robot alive by Vox magazine?
Big hype for bad luck.
Big hype for the bad luck. There we go. Dead Shellshock, rip Shellshock. And what's the mission we're doing, Kronos? Inverted action. That's right.
Ratchet, keep hacking the security orbs.
Just inverted action, yeah.
Yeah.
Collapse on top of you. And watch your
I think Discord is delaying me again.
wave after wave of
Yeah, you're like a second delayed, but it's fine. Yeah, you just shoot mines, be looking at the floor. Vaguely remember where
Let's have
things,
a bit of time on Kronos.
which is good. My Chronoses have always been pretty terrible.
Right.
Maybe Matthias is right. Maybe today I do PB, but I don't have a lot of hope. I did also check. I am actually comparing to PB, not to averages.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Because I was comparing to averages when I started.
Yeah, so I won't be jumping around and doing weird things.
Yes, I will not be getting like minute plus greens, but still be behind pace. In my world record Girls on Panzer the other day, I was also accidentally comparing to averages.
That's a nice time save.
That's a nice time save. We take those. And yeah, it was hilarious. Triple. Yeah, I'm comparing real-time personal best. Clank.
I know you're busy with the fire
Now we have
jumping and the
these things.
This time we remembered to buy the winch upgrade.
but
Yes.
I have a new bot upgrade for you.
Did I preserve my momentum by going into the vendor?
I think it's the opposite. You didn't quite hit the vendor, so your charge was just sort of kept going.
Right. Alright, so this is the one. We do this one first where we kill 60 things, and then we do the one with okay, so we have the new, better...
Yeah. Oh yeah, the stronger dropships.
The stronger drop. The problem, like, the first couple of missions, even though I don't reset, the first couple of missions I'm like, yeah, the enemy will spawn here, 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 and here. And then these later missions, I'm like, I can never remember. I do sort of know that this mission does like a half circle, and then it sort of circles back the other way in terms of enemies.
Yep, yep.
Like that dropship is the
Yeah,
furthest
it just
point.
sort of takes time to remember all the spawns one way or another.
Yeah.
Get ready to watch Team Darkstar fight for survival as
There we
they
go.
make their way to the Tower of Power.
You can use charge routes on this walkway as well. It's about the right one.
Right. Oh. What is momentum?
Not quite enough speed.
It's okay,
Yeah,
we made it.
good.
GG, go us. I don't believe there's a drop ship.
Dropships come in. Yep.
Yeah, so these two guys.
There you go.
Now I should have been like super fancy and like jumped out to like this platform, but
Right.
that's a tricky jump. I assume that's what you do. Or do you just slowly
At this point,
platform?
I've been trying to teach myself to do the Mooker thing. You can use the charge routes and cancel it with the shotgun.
Right.
To like do some weird cancel thing. It's only done in this one mission because the very next planet we get the flail.
Right. And then you just flail cancel it.
Yeah. The flail cancel is just better once you can.
Yes. Hour of power. So could you...
Power.
So you were listening to my Twitch audio before and it sounded fine?
Yeah, it sounded pretty fine. I briefly turned it back on when you fixed whatever the issue was that you couldn't hear me, and I think it still sounded fine.
Cool. Because I've been messing about with things, so I just don't know if, like, you're loud enough. Right?
I sounded audible, I think.
Okay. Because, yeah, audio is a forever problem.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I've been making it better, but I'm not sure I'm ever going to be completely happy with it. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm an idiot.
What are you doing? You get the timing wrong?
I timed...
Cycles.
I got the cycle reversed. I timed it so that I would 100% miss the cycle, right? Like, I started jumping so that it would definitely be not ready for me to jump on it.
Yep.
Yeah, and by the time I'm like, I've just been dumb, it was too late. I tried to damage boost my way to victory, because you can, I've casually done this, where you jump on one of the platforms on the fire side, and you sort of get stunned into standing in the fire, and you can jump out.
You can make the knockback work just right.
Yeah. But, sometimes you can't just make the knockback work just right. Okay. Let's throw a range button to get that one. I can, because this is the only place in the entire game where we throw our wrench. I can never remember what the control is.
Yeah,
It's L2 and square.
it is.
Hey, got that dropship early. Ah, shit. So far, I'm pretty happy with this up close and personal.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've...
Pretty reasonable.
He says immediately missing a buzzball.
I think that dropship never drops in the soldiers anyway, so it's only a couple of swarms. Hey, and this guy's probably right in your face here.
Yeah. That was a good... Like, I have no idea what the time was.
It's pretty reasonable.
Without like ninja mode, I'll never... You know.
Right.
I'll never be able to take, like... I'm not going to win the IL, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but
still some nice time saved.
Yeah. Considering that these tournament splits, there's not a lot of time save in them to begin with, right?
Now for worst planet number 1.
Worst planet number 1. How many times do I die? Feel free to vote in chat.
The championship title and ace hardline.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah. I didn't need that last menu at the end there. I lost like a second.
Right.
Because first I'm like, I'll play it careful and do an extra hyperstack. And then I didn't bother. Because I went into the wrong menu and I'm like,
So
fuck it.
do remember on this outdoor bit to like use the mines more because you can move without taking damage.
Right. For this upcoming bit.
Even the bit that you were just in, but yes, this upcoming bit definitely.
Oh my god, what is
We're
going
not
on?
having this talk again.
Whatever. Ah, no.
Take it, I guess. It was janky, but fast.
Yeah. We take janky but fast.
We do.
We can ignore that laserback because he'll despawn.
Yes.
My bots just are dead. Constantly. Don't die. Don't die.
Ooh.
I have like 8 health.
Yeah, there's a crate there.
Yeah. Oh. I'm glad I went for it.
Flail around the laserbacks, because like that's a good way to abuse the iframes into getting hit 10 times a second.
Really?
Yeah, because the flail won't get interrupted when you take damage.
Right.
So you can get hit, the iframes won't kick in, and like a frame later, you'll still be in the flail animation and you'll get hit again.
Right, so you take more
And
damage
the
if you get
laserbacks are
hit
the only thing that shoot fast enough.
to take advantage of that.
Yeah. It was like that alone was half the reason that West Gen was as bad as it used to be.
Right. Because I
you
never
need to let it
realized
flail.
that, because you're just sitting there flailing everything, because of course you are. Yeah. I try and sort of blot West Gen out of my mind, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why work up a sweat-turning crack when you can
And
order your
you did not aggro the turret. That's
Did
good.
not aggro the turret. So we are okay. We're in this.
Yeah.
There we go. Assault across the frozen tundra. Part 1
Yep.
of too many. Well, lots of good scorpion flail drops.
Yeah.
Too bad it doesn't matter, but
Ratchet, according to Dreadzone,
That's good. Bots are cooperating.
level up.
Mine's level 8.
show requirements. Enemies appear red on the radar. Allies appear green.
And you've got flails around here for backup as well.
Yeah. Go me, nice and lucky.
Good weapon RNG.
Good weapon RNG. If only they were all that good. There we go. 52, I think that was.
Yep. Nice.
Well, start with a flail again. I just didn't have the option to select my bots.
Yeah, it's some sort of line of sight thing, I think, but
Right. Line of sight. And refresh our mind. Whatever. We did it. GG, go us. Orcs on time.
Pretty well. You
Hey!
are good,
That's a
Gold
nice
shot.
goal. we take those.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, it's still a garbage run, and it's not gonna PB. I refuse to have hope. I'm not that good at the game.
145 could go away on West Gen. West Gen tends to do that.
Yes. I remembered to buy the freeze mod there.
Ratchet, you have a choice of two different paths. I'm afraid each one is equally dangerous.
Which direction are the bots going?
That direction. Well, that direction. And
Or both directions.
both directions.
Handy. You can skip this cutscene.
I can skip this cutscene.
So I'm pretty sure you just happened to like frame perfect on both bots.
GG me.
Because that can happen. And like that's probably the fastest. Well, probably the same speed as doing it for like the actual speedrun strats.
Yeah. Where you clip through the door.
Yeah.
Look,
And you
I'll
can't
take
skip
it.
this cutscene for some reason.
And Team Darkstar has taken the first node. Oh, they really did some damage. Not kill me.
Not if I kill you first.
Juanita, there's no need to get personal, huh? We're both professionals.
Grab the ammo.
Node number 2.
Bots, plus.
The number 3 node is down. And there goes node number 4. Wow, this action is hot.
There we go. I think that was too slow.
Wow, that giant explosion.
It was a 112.
Yeah.
Like,
Red zone
not
fans
terrible.
are getting quite a nose full of toxic vapors. Talk about allergies. Better hurry.
Bots behaving. I do find. I think you can either agree with me or tell me that I'm terribly wrong. But the faster you go, the more consistent the bots are. There's
Yes.
something about the bots where, like, oh, there goes a Ravager. I hope I didn't need that. I didn't need that, did I?
In particular. No, the bots Ravager is not useful until Vox.
Alright, so it's fine. We'll get another one by then for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, you are right, and especially in like no LC, a lot of strats are very dependent on Ratchet being fast enough that the bots behave.
Yeah.
And even if you're slow by a little bit, the time loss gets multiplied because the bots just make that worse.
Yeah. God damn it. I'll be charging this. The audio's gone all brilliantly deadlocked. I don't know what is it that causes this to happen with deadlocked. You know the thing that happens sometimes on the hover ship, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, lovely audio.
I mean, it happens a lot more in co-op as well. I've got to wonder what's happening behind the scenes.
Qualified for the
Right.
Crusader tour.
No, Swarm the Gauntlet.
Folks, we've added a special twist to the assault mode. Our contestant will only have access to weapons placed in the battle course. Good luck.
God damn it. Using these dual vipers too much.
We might be in for the Vipers of Shame when we get to the corkscrew.
I mean, that's what does it for me, right? Like, if I'm gonna get Vipers of Shame, it's because I took too long to get rid of them on this mission.
Yeah, because at level 1 you barely get any XP.
Yeah. Okay. That's another decent time save.
Yeah.
We're currently 2 minutes up on
Buffer
PB,
at least.
which is, you know, nice. We're actually not that far off subs, right? Like I haven't had any big like time losses to off my subs, right? Like, which is good. Like it shows that that even though I play basically never, I'm developing a level of consistency.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And like, even if there's a handful of strats that you don't go for, it's good to have consistency for the strats that you do.
Yeah. And you just keep working on it, and you get better and better and better. Level 9.
Round 3 at level 9, that's pretty good XP pace.
Yeah, but my flail is under level. My flail's only at level 2.
Right. That would explain it. At least the flail doesn't matter as much. Like, it's just a matter of saving a few seconds on the reactor. Whereas with this, it's probably more important just to be able to get more time in heavy metal.
Yeah, like, this means that I will have 0 heavy metal grind.
Oh, yeah.
Like, heavy metal, I can probably switch to the flail and get the flail XP that I missed anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not stressed. Oh, my nose.
This time, Ratchet is utterly doomed. We've wired his red zone collar to 4 control nodes placed throughout the arena. If he can't stop their countdown in time, the whole audience gets a fresh serving of Lombax.
I missed one. That's disappointing. And once again, I forgot what I was meant to do, and I jumped up onto the grind rail.
Yeah. It's this one strat that's not yours and yours only because nobody else.
He's dumb enough to do it. Everyone else is like, that's slower. Why would you do that?
I mean,
don't jump on the
everyone
rail.
else plays no load cancelling and they just click through.
Ali Musa doesn't.
Has Alan Musa been doing any deadlock yet?
I don't think he's at deadlocked yet, but
Okay.
he, a real man, will play friggin' any percent.
I've been keeping an eye out.
I am too. It'd be nice to have someone else much better than me running the game.
Like, imagine having a third contender for world record holder in deadlocked.
I mean, Matthias might like come back and practice more. Like, he's got a good time.
Yeah. Well, Matthias has good times. Matthias has a lot of good times in a lot of different things. Like, he is spread out a little too much. Like, I just play any percent really at this point.
Right.
I've got more on leash.
I will take 30 seconds to remind you that he's probably still in chat.
Yeah, no, that's...
But yeah, it's fair, because I kind of agree, right? That, like, focus on one thing, then on the next, then on the next, then on the next. That it is really tempting to spread yourself super thin.
I'm not saying he's a bad runner. I'm saying he's, like, trying to get world record, you need to sit and focus in on one thing for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
Months.
And I get the impression that he's more interested in experimenting and trying new categories and things, right?
Which is perfectly okay.
For him. Yeah.
Right, yeah. 'Cause, that's part of why I'm excited for when Ali Musa gets round to
Freeze
deadlock.
mod.
Freeze mod, thank you.
You want to put the freeze mod on things, yeah.
Because he's got the focus, right? Like he wants to have competitive any percent times in all of the games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll just be nice to have new eyes because any percent is an underrated category.
It is. And like I'm biased, but
I know you're biased.
it is.
Because I like...
Behind you.
No, it's an executioner. I haven't even gotten to the laserbacks yet. Well, like, any percent comes with, like, dread point routes, and you play more of the game, and I think it's a more purist, like, speedrun category.
Mm-hmm.
Like, philosophically, I like any percent. because I
Something to
like.
keep in mind for this mission is as soon as you see the fresh laserback, just keep piling lines up around that area because all three of them are going to start spawning themselves.
Right, I have no idea how many laserbacks there are.
3 in that bit to stop
Okay.
the zombies.
Right.
Because you're going to be way over.
Yeah, I'm like.
You've got a full round left to put,
'Cause it's
put XP into the fight.
And yeah. Which means we might lose some time here to weapon level up screens that we wouldn't have otherwise gotten. Because there's a flail level up.
Possibly.
But yeah, like, philosophically, I think of speedrunning as like, okay, put in the game, go, who's the fastest to the end, right?
Yeah.
And so I really like any percent as the purest version of that category, right? That like
Right.
any console, any time, right? Like I'll beat you. No, I wanna. Menu. Yeah, I lost like 10 seconds, and most of that was probably 11 seconds. That was probably mostly to level up screen and zombie slowdown.
Ratchet, my screen shows
Now, let's see how many times I fuck up Valak's belt.
Yeah.
Because I think I've already messed up my angle.
Maybe.
Nope. Oh, I deloaded it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, fun. So I wonder what's different about your angle of approach to mine that you seem to semi-consistently get this. I think you need to be more to the right.
Yeah.
There you go. And then aim a bit more towards the star, I think. That'll do.
It'll do.
Pretty good.
We recovered from what
Yeah.
was otherwise a tragic end.
And that was still all first try, so should be good timing.
Yes. Because lately, I think the last run I lost like 5 minutes to Valak's belt or something ridiculous. Like, we don't talk about Valak's belt around here. Not that we're done, right? But like that's hard Valak's belt bit number 1.
Yeah, it was something like that.
The other bit
That's
is
the worst bit to worry about, even in my experience.
true, but the other bit that I'm likely
Let the
to
light shine through at the end.
mess up is it let the light shine through? The one with the long hyperstack jump.
Yeah, the one where I tell you need to do it in 3.
Yeah. By the way, there was like a solid 1.5 seconds between I finished saying my sentence and you started talking. Like,
Yeah, I'm getting that impression. I might just disconnect and reconnect real quick.
might be a good idea.
Let's see if that helped.
Hopefully. Welcome back.
I wonder if it's just a Discord thing or what. My internet is good these days.
I don't know. My internet is weird. Like, it's good and it's terrible all at the same time. Like, I find that my internet, like, it's very fast and it's very consistently very fast. But, like, I don't know, every hour for, like, a second, it'll just stop working, right? Like, it blips.
Right.
We even find that with streams sometimes, that, like, it'll just blip out, right, for a second.
Yeah.
Because so far, I've lost 460 frames.
Right, okay, interesting.
Which is not GPU, that's, losing frames like that is because of,
Internet hiccups.
internet. Ah, come on.
Try angling the
There we
one
go.
to the right. No, there we go.
You're definitely much more in sync now.
There are the 2 security orbs. Hack them, and you will have the North Power Station oven.
This was why when I tested, like, clipping on my BC PS3, I was like, maybe I'm just bad at clipping. Like, I'm prepared to accept that clipping does work, and I'm just not doing it, right?
I did have like another mess about with an any percent run the other day, and I was keeping in mind the car clip thing that I was messing about with, where I just couldn't get it to work, and I tried it on PS3 and I got it first try. So like,
Yeah.
pretty sure car clip just doesn't work on PS2 the same way.
I don't know. We should talk to... Well, no one runs any percent on PS2. I was going to say we should talk to some of the emulator guys, but then I'm realizing, like, oh no, they're all playing NG+.
Yeah, like Mortis was doing PS2 stuff, but again, no LC.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's faster to just do the slow hyperstack without charge boots on Serathos. I don't know.
It might be. But that's such a significant thing to make make it suboptimal again.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced it's ever going to be optimal for solo.
Right. Which...
Also, you're using the mines for combat.
I'm using the mice for combat. God, thank you. I mean, maybe you're right. Like, because solo just doesn't lag as bad. But I think it's still a contender. No, this is the correct one. It's still a contender for oh.
Yeah.
And I would suspect that maybe it's still a contender for NG+. No LC. Obviously. Because it can't do LC. Because you can clip, you just have to do it differently, right? Like, it's just a different learning...
Yeah.
Just a different skill, right? And it does lag less. So RTA should be faster.
True. Though I do find that maybe it's just the weapons you use or the fact that you've got ice mod from the start, but I find that no LC doesn't lag as much as any percent with the shock mod.
Right. And you are doing fewer of the missions that have lag. Okay, we lost a little bit of time, but nothing drastic. Considering how terrible some of my Valix belts have been.
Yeah, you do have a nice enough buffer for it.
Oh.
Ratchet, my nav grid shows a hover bike up ahead, but you will have to deactivate a force...
And some of it might just be that I had a flail level up, you know?
Yeah.
That I may or may not have had in my other run. There we go. We did it.
Let's see how Seek and Destroy treats you.
Yes, hopefully well. I have no idea why that works. I know you've explained it to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. But
It plays a cutscene when the mission starts, and stuff happens in the cutscenes.
I got 10.
Pretty good. Yep, and they're not going past here, so that's pretty good.
There we go. Mine's got 11 of them.
Should be under 40 seconds, I think, if you skip the cutscene.
Oh, yeah. 40 on the dot.
40.
God, I'm so bad at remembering to skip the cutscenes in this game.
Right.
I think part of it is that, like, Ben internally wants, like, more downtime in his runs.
Yeah.
The vector transmitter nodes in that area. I can triangulate the beacons to locate the ship.
I mean, I think that's kind of why I like any percent over no LC, because it does feel like there's a few more bits where you can just sort of play on autopilot.
This is that 2-minute
Whereas
mission
no
where you're just
LC
waiting.
Yeah. No LC is sort of just always on. You've always got to be doing something.
Yeah. There we go. Free XP. Why not?
So Oh, that's where the ship
Yep.
was, under the statue.
Worth grabbing.
Well, I just lost 50 volts. Unfortunately for Ace's ego, Team Darkstar will have to blow up
I do miss the co-op, like, you just push the button and it goes. Like, you just walk around on this and you go, boop, 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 and you're done. We should play another co-op again soon.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pity you can't like load cancel from co-op to single player or anything and get stuff like that across.
Yeah, right? Like, this is one of the few moments where you can just sort of put the controller down for a couple of seconds and go, ah.
Yeah. But then you need to back up to skip these cutscenes, because these
Then
ones you can skip.
Yes.
Ratchet has defeated the Torval battle course and
And then it's turret trouble.
Oh, that's so terrible. Everyone's favorite turret-related mission. It's the best. It's better than all the rest. And the lock-on means I had to kill that guy.
Yeah, no, I think you needed to kill that guy anyway.
Okay.
There's another one that pops up there later if you don't need to.
This guy. Bang, 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 bang. That guy slow. Any. This one. There's a back.
That guy on the left is on
Yeah. These guys, that thing.
Have a good time on the watching.
Under there.
This is probably going to be a very good time.
And this is the front two. 129.
It was in 129, that's pretty okay.
We take a 129.
Ratchet, you have now.
We saved almost a minute.
Can't complain about that.
PB's looking pretty good today.
Yeah,
Which
just
would be
gotta hold
nice.
it on for a few more planets.
Yeah. I mean, it can all go horribly, horribly wrong. Like, I'm not going to consider this run.
Sure, but you can
Like-
also...
I wouldn't be tagging on pace until after West Gen, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I can afford a few hiccups, which is nice.
and then take on the Eviscerator. It's time.
Like, if I get dual Vipers of Shame here, you know?
Juanita and I will
Yeah.
Like, my 10-second time loss isn't going to kill PB.
ready, Juanita. You
One,
folks at home
two,
can dial the number at the base of the screen
one.
now to vote for your favorite weapon. Here comes the audience choice weapon in 3, 2, 1. There it is. Let's see how he does with
Okay,
this.
there you go.
Sorry, I was trying to fix it. But I had maximum mines down. Which is probably slow. But I wanted to fix it.
Walk a bit more towards where that laser pack was. I think some enemies despawn.
What the hell? I've never seen that
Really?
happen before.
Okay, well that laserback ate the mines and yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're
So
one
that
down.
guy's gonna blow up quick.
Half drop.
Yeah,
Like, this guy took our mine.
could be worse.
I mean, fair. But yeah, I'm not going to consider this run to be like a you know, this is still so likely to die to West Gen because I'm so bad at West Gen that like I would feel uncomfortable hitting in on pace until West Gen. But yes, technically I have been on pace the entire time. For a nice PB, which would be good because PB, like this kind of PB, like if I hold this out, Yeah, good question, and I'm jumping several spots on the board.
But Ace Hardlight would have done
True.
better.
Because I'm on what? I'm on like a 32 pace at the moment.
Right.
Which
I haven't checked
you must laugh because like I remember when you were practicing for marathon submissions, and your estimate was 120. And here I am like, oh yeah, 32. Like this will be a pretty sweet PB, right? And you know you can do these for breakfast.
Pretty pleased getting like under an hour and a half. So like,
Yeah, I think the hour and a half is a big mental barrier, right?
so
And
if
look
you
at
get like a 132 of some sort, that'll put you up one spot ahead of Lexos.
right. It's enough that I'll bother submitting the run. Because I'm in a like, yeah. If I PB by like a second, who cares? Not gonna make you or Naz watch it. Right? Like I'm not that much of an egotist.
Oh, hey,
but
Mobius is taking a couple of seconds off of heavy metal.
nice. In the ILs or
Yeah, and the IS.
yeah, he's been doing deadlocked ILs the last couple of days.
Right. I'm bad at paying attention to what people are streaming and doing.
Right. Ah.
Like, you specifically told me you were going to do deadlocks. I'd be like, oh yeah, cool, Ben is doing deadlocks.
But
It
yes,
was just up to Twitch notifications or whatever.
you'd never know. Which is why I specifically told you, I'm like, hey Dan, I'm going to do some deadlock. Because
Yeah.
I know you like to come and hang out for deadlocked. You probably don't have anything really better to do. And it's not like you can't play other games or whatever whilst you like.
I've been poking at Control over the last week. I did finally make a start on that.
Ah, nice.
It's interesting. I'm not enjoying it as much as I was expecting I was going to enjoy it. But,
Right.
like, it's solid. It's pretty well made. I just feel like the core gameplay is a little clunky at times.
Right. Ah. Ran out of mines. That's a bad eviscerator. Right, the core gameplay clunky at times. Corkscrew.
Yeah, just the combat.
Isn't like most of that game combat?
A lot of it is, which is what bothers me about it.
Because yeah, I haven't
I don't know. It's
played it yet.
difficult to describe. I mean, maybe if I was playing with a mouse and keyboard, it would help a bit. I'm not sure.
Right.
But also just things with like health. I'm spending most of the game either at nearly full health or nearly no health,
Right.
and not very much in between.
So there's balance issues.
Yeah.
Right.
And every now and then I'll get hit with something that'll bring me to like a 1 pixel's worth of health on the bar, and it feels blatantly like they have something in place to stop you from getting killed in literally one hit. But that
Wow.
happens way too often.
I fucked up this so hard. Whatever. That was... Would pretend like that didn't happen. And losing time in the corkscrew, what's new? It's because I finally accepted that maybe this is a PB pace run. I'm now going to, like, nickel and dime my time loss. Combat bats, you better not kill anything.
It would only take 1 or 2 of those soldiers to
It-
get you up another level.
Really would. And that's what's terrible. At least you got me to stop shooting these center orbs when I was on the grind race. Oh, they killed one!
You're almost there. You're almost there.
I'm gonna get dual
like,
vipers of shame.
They tend to linger a little, so even here, you could get them.
Yeah, I know.
I think you're probably safe.
I'm probably safe now, at least in corkscrew, but
Yeah,
there's
there you go.
a non-zero chance I get dual vipers of shame at some point.
As long as you don't like accidentally use them if the game auto equips them at the start of a planet or something dumb like that. But
Yeah.
that's okay. Save a little more time.
Yep. I told you that like these splits are just full of slop all over the place. Like
Yeah.
my PB was just genuinely not a very good run that I then like pulled it out at the end. which, you know, is
I
something.
mean, this
but-
one wouldn't be too bad to run against. There'd be some time save on Serathos early on.
Yeah.
And like,
Is that because I was busy troubleshooting audio problems in the middle of Serathos?
pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, there's a handful of
Balance.
seconds in Serathos.
There's some people there.
Yeah. But again, this whole run could just die at any minute, you know. An untimely
Jump
death
off the
here.
edge on Stygia.
Side jump off the edge on Stygia. There's soft locks. There's many a soft lock in this game. There's hard locks, you know. I get too greedy on Ghost Station and I just hard lock.
Yep. It would be a disappointing hard lock if that happened.
It really would be. I'd be sad. I wouldn't kill the run. Potentially could recover from that.
Oh, talk about bad luck. Team Darkstar has damaged the control
But, yeah.
tower. The shields are down.
Whatever.
The shields are down. Was that too dramatic? Team Darkstar
Control.
has
Yeah,
down the
okay.
shields manually. Too bad that's impossible. They'll need tech bot super
I've been playing... What have I been playing? I've been playing, obviously, the Little Girls on Panzer this week. Playing more Yakuza, getting through my mini games.
Yep.
I've almost finished my... I've been playing through Final Fantasy 15 to get the last of the achievements.
Cool.
I've almost finished that. Because I beat the game a while ago. Thank you for the good luck.
Right.
I beat the game a while ago and then started the New Game Plus equivalent. And then was running around in the early game being like, oh, I'll just finish all the crap that I didn't do. But it turns out that there's like... It's weird. So there's a New Game Plus mode and you have the ability to sort of move backwards and forwards within the timeline within the game.
Okay.
Regroup. Hack. Well,
That looks like it worked.
maybe? Now I'm supposed to mark these two on the side here, right? And then fuck
Yeah,
off.
and then you like put some distance to what's going on with the lasers here.
Which one of them did.
Which one of them did?
Oh well.
It looks like one of them is just keeping the other company.
Yeah.
The Lambak's done.
But I'm reluctant to go over there and tell them to like do things. I've hit the like hack please button.
So disappointed.
Okay, I think they're...
Splitting up.
I don't know. I think this one's going to lose some time.
Yeah.
Excellent work, Team Darkstar.
108.
108 could be worse.
Could be worse.
I don't think you've got fast bots in your PB.
No, my PB I think was like a 120, so it probably was faster bots than PB.
Like, you've messed around with the strat just practicing, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you've gotten anything wrong yet.
No, I don't think I have. I really would like to have consistent fast bots. I know it's possible. I'm just bad at it. But we build consistency slowly, over time.
Yep.
We lost 12
Going
seconds.
to Meraxis.
But that could have been sort of anywhere. Not necessarily because of slow bots. On to Meraxis, everyone's favorite Ben strat.
Ratchet, they have confined your combat bots in separate blocks of the prison. Make your way.
One day I'll learn to do this thing properly.
Reach your first bot.
Yep.
So that's such a handy backup. Which I know I don't use as the backup, but like... It's nice, it's fast. That was 15 seconds. In game time.
Yeah.
Capture all 3 control nodes in the prison yard to unlock the portal to Beta Block.
You want to find the nodes? Use your map.
Ratchet comes out of the gate hard and fast, seizing the first node in record time. He's got 2 more to go. Just one node remaining, and Ratchet shows no signs of slowing down. This guy is a walking highlight reel.
I find it interesting that, like, midway through the game, the announcers swap from being like, Ratchet's the worst person ever, to, you know, this guy's a walking highlights reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice change. Okay, and Ben clicked it. First door down. Bot teleported already.
The bot did teleport.
Second door. Bot.
So what I'm getting from all of this is that there is a consistent way to get the bot to follow you and a consistent way to get the bot to not follow you.
Yeah.
It's just that nobody runs any percent enough to, like,
Figure it out.
for the Discord to want to sit down and figure it out.
And I'm like, do I try and hyperstack, or do I just sit here and, like,
You don't try the hyperstack.
wait for him to teleport eventually? Like, and how much, like, should I mash regroup? Should I be mashing
You should
grind cable?
alternate, maybe?
I generally alternate. There he goes.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't figured out how to make
It's
him
a weird
consistently
one.
teleport. It's weird.
What do you think, Juanita? Does Ratchet have what it takes
I think you're a bit low.
I'm a bit low, yeah.
and rescue that last
Oh, well.
combat bot?
Oh well, I tried.
Clip first try.
Do it with a king.
First try clip. Speed trap.
Speed trap.
We're back with a grueling
And I do okay at this, just,
Ratchet has two alternatives in this lethal desert race.
you know, there's nothing. I'm probably not going to lose time on speed trap, but I'm not going to gain time on speed trap.
Yogurt.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those missions that's kind of just a little breathing room, right?
Yeah, it's nice to have. Like, if I sit here and I complain about the fact that we do Assault Across the Frozen Tundra twice, I am not going to complain that we do Speed Trap twice. Like, it's nice.
Right.
Because it's pretty cruisy, right? Like, I'll just run it on autopilot.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a follower, apparently. I should turn on, like, a follower alert or something, so I know. But, yeah, apparently 51 minutes ago, Hands, followed me. Hands, I'm gonna call him Hands. What? You can look up the name.
It's Hani Fansari or something.
Yeah, Hands.
Not really a hands, but if you like.
I figure if a streamer butchers your name and you don't correct them on it, then that's just your name now.
I mean, yeah, that is how it works.
To be fair, I cheated because I just, you know, everyone just calls me Benji and I just sort of go with it. Which is so interesting because in real life, no one calls me Benji. Sorry, my boss does occasionally. But it's very infrequently that someone will call me Benji. Everyone's just like, Ben. Well, we saved time, so
Right.
it wasn't gold.
Even with the weird bot teleporting.
Oh yeah. I think if the bot had teleported properly, we might have potentially gotten a gold there, but without it, like, we're doing really well today. I'm really happy with this run so far. Like, I've sort of got nothing to complain about. Like, yeah, there's some... Yeah. And, like, look, yeah, I could have done Serathos, like, 5 seconds faster. I was fucking about with my audio settings. But, like, I'm pretty happy with this.
You've gotten most of the things that you tried to get.
Right now, this shows off where my abilities are at right now, I think, quite effectively.
Yeah, it's a good representation of where you are with the speed.
Yeah. Like, it's not world record pace. Heck, you're done by now. But, you know, it's a solid mid-tier run so far.
Yeah.
Like, we could lose everything. right up until the end. But it's been a solid run, and I'm proud of it.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't PB. Run, I was proud of you. It's important to tell your children that you're proud of them. So make sure you tell your runs that you're proud of them. But acknowledge that all things eventually die.
Mom always said what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Had to get off those jewel vipers quick, you know?
In this round, Ratchet will
Because I'm like 3 swarmers away from leveling up.
You really are.
And the combat bot's still like one-shot swarmers.
Yeah.
Zem the other day. I was on Zem's chat. Because I live in Zem's chat.
Yeah.
But on Tuesday, before he unboxed the PC I sent him, which you should be turning on like any day now. He now has the power couple.
Right.
He was watching a bunch of ads for Ratchet and Clank, which
Yeah.
are completely foreign to me because I don't think they bothered to run any ads. I've never seen an ad for a video game on TV. That's ridiculous. But yeah, the Deadlocked ads are very interesting because they focus on the combat bots quite a bit.
Right.
It's well worth looking up and watching the Deadlocked ads.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch them as like stream content one day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ace Hardline.
What actually hurt?
Will I get the skill point today for doing ace damageless?
Maybe.
So far, so good.
Extermination is my job. I can't help if I love it.
I think your mind blocked a bit of this.
Yeah. It did.
Am I
It's
good?
okay. There we go.
Nice.
GG.
46 seconds is a good ace.
Yeah. The run is behaving itself today.
Definitely, yeah.
Again, 3 seconds from now, hard lock. Ghost station hard lock incoming.
Yeah, careful not to charge a bit too quickly and get there.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know, right? You get too excited, you charge boost too quickly, your game crashes, and you're like, motherfucker!
I mean, imagine the audacity of wanting to go fast and just pressing the button too soon.
That is the weirdest hard lock in this entire game, right? Like,
Yeah.
things like corkscrew soft lock. Okay, I can understand it. Like, I don't like it, but like, I can be like, okay, sure, game, whatever. But like, what the hell is the interaction going on that like hitting the charge boots button too quickly after loading a level causes the whole system, not the game, but the entire system to crash? Like, I could understand if it was like, the game crashes because, like, maybe the texture isn't loaded or whatever for the charge boots yet because you're a half a second fast and it's still loading things after the start of the level. Okay, that'd be dumb, but I could get behind that.
I mean, I suspect there kind of just isn't a distinction between the game crashes and the whole system crashes. Like, I was playing Control today and it crashed on me and crashed to the system and it was like, do you want to look at the bug or whatever? Well,
Right.
that doesn't happen on the PS3.
No, it doesn't, actually. You're right, that if a PS3 game crashes, the system crashes.
Yeah.
I wonder then if that's, what's caused... So it means that the game and the operating system thread are not separate things, right? That, like, if the game crashes, it's crashing, like, the primary thread of the console. Which is fascinating, right? Like... Yeah. We're getting down to the end, folks. Danger.
I imagine that like they just never up to have the system running separate things in parallel until like the PS4 where you're
Well, the PS4 can download in the background, right? Like,
You're doing downloads in the background, you can do recordings, and you can share clips and things like that.
something I have learnt playing around hacking PS3s is that the PS3 is very closely tied to its firmware, right? So, like, I guess maybe the operating system here is closer to, like, an embedded things operating system, where it's operating more at, like, a firmware level than it is at a, like, I am a hypervisor allocating CPU time. Like a Windows or a Mac or a Linux. Even though they could run Linux.
Level 10 player?
Like, if I wanted to, I could theoretically downpatch my BC PS3s and run Linux on them.
Yeah.
Make a supercomputer out of BC PS3s.
And you are still saving time.
I'm saving time. Look.
You did need to return,
Travel to
but
the ghost
that's
station
alright.
Yeah. Three and a half minutes is pretty comfy, right? Like, that's... I get a couple of tries at WestGen.
Yeah. That's like you can hard lock by charge booting too fast, and then you just start the console up again
Yep.
to keep the timer going. Ooh.
I hit the
Yeah. This angle should be better for that.
Yeah. I lost my momentum. This is why you don't count your PBs before the splits end.
Yeah.
There we go.
And this is where holding forward would help.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I always take a couple of steps and then charge boot.
Darkstar's only escape has been cut off. Wonder
Yeah.
how they'll get past this one.
Because I'm a nervous Nelly, and I'm like, I remember, like, we first found that hard lock, like, years ago.
Yeah.
Basically when you first
It's
started.
an easy one to do, yeah.
And it stuck with me since you lost a run to it. Like 2 or 3 years ago. At this point. That, like, shit, don't get the hard lock on Ghost Station. I can't remember to skip the cutscenes, but I can remember not to get the hard lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the hard lock's a bit more dramatic than cutscenes.
Yeah. There we go.
Good clips there.
I'm gonna flail the computers rather than dual viper them like I normally do. Because I am so close to a dual viper level up that, like... it's like, let's split the difference, right? That, like, that
Yeah,
was
sure.
faster than having
You
to
can
sit
skip
through a
those
level up screen. But slower than using the dual vipers themselves.
Yeah.
Impossible has been achieved. Team Darkstar has actually survived.
Still need to learn the eye up for this.
Gauntlet of doom.
Yeah.
Looks like it's all over.
If you're playing Ben Bingo, feel free to mark that one off.
Make sure they can never hit the station again. Destroy the station's outer turrets that guard the power cores. Then, destroy the central core and bring the station down. We will deal with Vox when you return.
The game becomes all about cores. At this point. Power cores, central cores. Lots of core stuff.
Yeah, true.
Ugh. Game was. Up, 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 up. Dun, 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 dun. Kill that guy. Kill that guy. There we go. Yep, we're losing time on Ghost Station. But that'll be because we lost that first, the first job.
Right, yeah.
Not too bad. We're still 3.5 minutes up coming into the end game.
There are new challenges
Yeah,
available
a
in
good
the
place to be.
Battle Dome.
Like, PB is very alive.
Yep.
I mean, I'm still not... Until we get through West Jam, I'm not going to count my PBs, you know.
Sure.
I think I've died on Vox before too, right? Like,
Yeah.
things can go very wrong.
I was leading you into another one of Fox's traps.
Um,
Still a way out, though.
but yeah, we're almost done.
Control level. It will
Hello.
escape shuttles and all
And
the
don't fall in the pit.
the heroes.
He says fall in
I
the
just
pit.
said don't fall into the pit.
I know you just said don't fall into the pit, but I just fell into the pit.
Yeah.
See, PB is not fucking hell. Ah!
The laser bat's gonna start shooting.
There we go.
Yep, there you go.
Ratchet, the station will be blown to bits any moment. Please
Okay.
hurry.
Didn't fall into the pit the second time.
Nicely done.
That is disappointing that we fell into the pit.
Come on, Ratchet, you can do it. If you can't, we'll all die.
Combat bats.
Combat bats.
Yeah, I know. Shut up, I have a list. Sometimes. Come on, bots. You can do it. I believe in you. Their health.
There is. Yeah, it's better. Ooh, the bots are not having a good day.
No. Come on, bots. I don't want to kill these guys and have more things spawning.
Yeah.
Not when there's so few things left. There we go.
There we go.
Excellent, Ratchet. Now,
So I probably have about 2 minutes
Right.
up my sleeve because of that death, right?
Right, right.
Dallas, you're embarrassing yourself.
Mommy, I don't want to go bye-bye.
Dallas, this is not the time. Oh,
So we'll see how this goes.
Slipping is generally cooperated through the run.
Oh, yeah. There's the slope intercept plus the jump.
won't Dallas?
Yeah.
Straight on up. Look at you, crying on Galaxy
Oh.
Wide Hollow Vision. You are a
Aww.
selfish man.
Thank you, Juanita. Your searing dose of verbal abuse was
Looks pretty good.
I'm
refreshing. I can't
man.
even tell you.
We might PB today.
The whole mommy baby thing.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
very happy with that.
out of time.
Yeah, nothing to complain about there.
Overloaded.
Thank you, Matthias. Because, yeah, I am probably going to PB now. Like, I mean, it's not in the bag.
No.
And I still have a whole other generator to do. And Vox. And you just never know.
It's probably fair to ask, like, how much are you going to do like?
Yeah. I'm prepared to say about 2 minutes. I think. This is going to be a 2-minute PB. Depending on how this goes.
The one who set your backpack
Yeah.
on fire. I'm
Can all go wrong. Don't get too attached.
It definitely can.
I was the one who put the tyrannoid in your locker. Hey, I heard the therapy is going well, though. Chin up, kid.
Ratchet,
It's what I both love and hate about On Pace. Like, it's so sad when you see someone was tagged, On Pace was tagged, but then, like, Run died. It was like, no, not quite. Fuck. Fuck!
Yep.
Yeah. Well. That's disappointing. Very disappointing. Oh well, we'll keep
I wonder
going.
what dealt most of the damage there.
Machine guns?
Yeah, I'm guessing if you watch it back, it's going to be another thing where, like, the flail iframes cause the machine guns to hit you multiple times.
And this door doesn't even stay broken. Because I did clip through it.
True.
I wasn't holding the flail, was I? I think the bot warped in front of me. I'm not sure, like... I'll have to watch the playback to see what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
Because something happened
Yes.
that got me very stuck. And possibly cost PB. Right behind our nice safe exploding barrel. Old barrel strats.
One more of these. Okay, I think you're still looking at 2 minutes.
I still, yeah.
Just charge
Whoa.
forward and use the flail.
Charge forward and use the flail. Throw out the
Until
Ravager.
level 10, that'll be plenty.
There we go. Look at that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And on fade to black.
Ladies and gentlemen, Juanita has
PB!
There we go.
Woo!
Yep. And that's like a good 10 seconds ahead of 7th, so
Yeah.
congrats.
Oh, it's ahead of 7th place.
Yep.
Nice. I move up on the leaderboard. That's always good to see. We did it. GG. Yes.
Always nice to have.
I was
So that was a
I
solid
was there at the end
against
when
these
I
splits,
died.
like-
Like when I died there at the end, I thought, oh no, because I fell in the pit, and I
Yeah.
thought, fuck, that's like a minute, right? And then when I died to the machine gun, I'm like, crap, that's another minute there. Like
Right.
between the two, I was probably ahead of my old PB even with this central core.
Probably.
Control level, sorry, control level. Oh well.
I mean, running against this set of splits, you'll at least have a nice juicy time save at the end.
Yes. And on Serathos.
Yeah, true.
So I am now 7th place. I move up in the world. I guess the next goal should really be like sub 130.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
it's a good goal to work towards.
Because I mean, ultimately I want a 120 flat. But like, sub 130 is like the next, you know, the next like mark on that. Yeah, no, that pushes me ahead of Lexos. It'll be a little bit before I beat Jero Man, and yeah, all in sub 130 territory. Cool. Cool. Is anyone playing anything? Because I now need to go and do other things. Everyday Aussie is streaming. Oh no, even better.
GG.
Mobius is playing some Deadlocked. We're gonna go raid Mobius.
Oh, nice.
Because we might as well.
more calls coming in.
It's me, Captain Quark. There's a nasty rumor going around about heroes being kidnapped, but don't worry, it's baloney.
So he's probably doing ILs knowing Mobius. But go give him some love.
Just imagine making a show about galactic heroes without Captain Quark.
Thanks.
Well, anyway, you
Bye.
guys missed the last 3 meetings of the Quark Cadets fan club.
Click button.
For copies of the
There we go.
newsletter,